Hey everyone, I'm Stephanie with Mama Tries. So today I'm actually going to be doing a review. Okay, I have used their products before, but this was a new product that they were putting out there on Amazon. Okay, and if you like what you see and everything like that, at the end of the video I will give you a coupon code that you can use for 15% off your purchase with Let's Resin. Okay, so I received my box, okay, from Amazon, and I started to open it, and then I was like, oh, wait a minute. I think everybody's going to want to see this. So pull out the fancy Air Plus stuff, and then their stuff comes in this little box that says Let's Resin. It says Let's Resin, be creative and have fun, which I'm totally about. There goes that box. And when you open it up, inside you have the little package with the molds, as well as a business card and a how to make resin jewelry. Now, if I could open this up, there's like a little pamphlet here. It's about 4 pages long, and it has like step-by-step instructions on how to clean the molds, how to store the molds, remove uncured resin, how to remove the bubbles and stuff like that. So it's a lot of good information that they provide for you. I'll show a little later the Let's Resin package that I had gotten before. And also this is the UV resin. A friend of mine got it from them. I haven't been able to find exactly exactly how she found that, but it's worth a shot to take a look. Okay, so I have these guys, so let's take them out of the plastic. And this particular box comes with 4 coasters. So here is the first coaster, and it has this nice shiny to the molds, and that's so that way when you pop them out, they have a nice gloss. You don't have to put the resin on top, so that way it, has that nice little shine. So there's this one. We also have like a heart one. Is this a hexagon? I think it's a hexagon. We have an hexagon shape, and then we have a square. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that you could use UV resin with this. It would just take a lot of UV resin. So if you're impatient and you're willing to spend the money in paying for the UV resin, and then by all means go for it. Me personally, I don't think that UV resin would be really good in this situation. Man, I did my eyeliner so funky in one eye, so I look like anyway. So what I'm going to use is regular Envirotex Light Pour On High Gloss Clear Resin. This one I got from Hobby Lobby in the craft section. This one is a 32-ounce bottle each, and as you can see, I use quite a bit of it when I do some resin work. If I know that I'm doing a large job, I will do these type of things, or if I'm doing multiple things, I'll use this instead of the UV resin, because I can put out my molds and just 1, 2, 3 get it all done. Whereas with the UV resin, I have to kind of work one at a time because I gotta put it under this small little light. So that's just the difference. Now, if your molds, just a tidbit of thing, if your molds are not shiny like this, put a little dab of baby oil. Not a lot, just a little tiny bit, and kind of swirl your mold around. I do have silicone molds that do not have that shine, and I found out I first tried Vaseline and that just did not even work. But I found out that baby oil is a lot better. So I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do the hexagon one, okay? For the purpose of this review, I'm going to use the hexagon one. So that way, y'all can see how it works and I can see exactly how much resin I would need, and things like that. Okay. Now I have here, I want to say these are 5-ounce cups or 4-ounce cups. So that's how I'm going to measure with this. Okay. Because I'm an eyeballer. Now, let's see. I think what I'm going to do is, I normally use soft pastels. I recently did a video that I found out that soft pastels are really good in tinting the resin, opposed to using, goodness gracious, using food coloring. Because food coloring, it takes a while to really incorporate it, whereas this is a lot easier. But instead of using that, I think I'm going to use glitter. Okay, so I have this extra fine aqua glitter. I have iridescent chunky glitter with some randomness in there. I have star glitter. I'm just going to start mixing all of this all together, you know, and incorporate it all. See how it comes out. And I think I'm going to use this purple blue tinsel blend, whatever. I'm just going to mix it all together. The reason I keep looking down here is that I have a whole box that has like random resin supplies, some molds, droppers, and I'm just trying to see what I got going on here. I got stickers. If you guys want me to try more resin stuff with different things, let me know. Oh, I have some of this, but I don't think this is going to work because there's too much of this other stuff. So I'm going to save that for another time. If you want to see another one using these, what is it, shredded mylar, let me know. Oh, I know where I put it. I put it over here. Okay, here it goes. I also have glow-in-the-dark powders, and I have this gold thing here. I don't know how to say this. Gold. It's not really glitter, but it's kind of like glitter. So I'm going to mix all of this together in my resin. I am also going to be putting on 2 different color gloves because that just speaks volumes as a mom to have 2 different kinds of gloves. I'm going to readjust you guys. I'm not using the baby oil with this one because, like I said, this does have that shininess to the mold. But I'm going to reposition so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. All right. Another thing that I forgot to show you is I always have disinfectant wipes around. It does say not to put alcohol or any kind of other chemical, but in the midst of my chaos that I have on my desk, I do actually try to keep it nice and neat. So I always have wipes nearby just in case a little spillage happens. So here I have my resin, and my hardener, okay? I have 2 different cups because what is going to happen is I have to pour the resin in 1 cup and then hardener goes in the other. And I have to mix it for a while, okay? I'll mix it and you'll start seeing that it starts getting a little bit thicker and looking with string. And then after about, I don't know, like a minute or 2, then I'll pour it into here and stir it for another minute or 2. Just so that everything is incorporated and I try to eliminate as many bubbles as I possibly can. Also with this is once I've finished doing that, then I'm just going to set it down so that way any more bubbles that are in the bottom of the cup will rise up and I can release those bubbles. I can pop them with my little stir stick. Okay? The reason for that is that so that it doesn't come out on here. Another thing that I guess I'm going to also get is my lighter. So that way, once it's in the mold, I can pop any bubbles then. So let me go and get that lighter because apparently somebody took it. Okay, so I poured about 1/4 ounce in each. Okay, so now, here's my lighter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stir the hardener, making sure that I go against the walls and scoop it towards the center. Doing it carefully like this, but yet thoroughly and not very slow, will ensure that I have this prepared and ready. Okay, so I just kind of stir it around, let it dribble, stir it around. And I'm also, when I'm doing this, I'm also lifting up those bubbles. So now I'm going to do this for about 2 minutes or a minute, whatever works. All right, so this has been stirred about a minute. So now what I'm going to do is these cups have a little indent in the bottom, so I pop it out. And it just makes it easier for me to pour it in and make sure I scoop everything. Now I pour this in with the resin, with the knowledge and the understanding that there are bubbles in my hardener, so that's going to get transferred to my resin. You just try to do the best you can and try to get rid of all those bubbles. Okay, so there's all that I can do into my resin. Now again, I'm going to stir, scraping the sides as well, bringing it into the center, and I'm going to notice, and if you notice, I have like these little strings, it looks like, as it's getting all incorporated. And I'm going to keep stirring until all of those disappear and that all the bubbles rise up. All right, so now you can see there is a lot of bubbles, but it's now clear. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add my glitters, and I'm going to incorporate a good amount in each into the resin. Only so that way I know that it's incorporated properly. Now it is your decision if you want to do each glitter piece in different resin cups. That's totally up to you. smart tweezers are always handy. I'm hoping for more like a galaxy effect on this resin, so that the mold looks all space-like, which is why I wanted to add the glow-in-the-dark powder. I don't think I'm going to put the gold because I kind of like this silver look. Make sure you scrape the sides, incorporate it completely into the resin. Ooh, that looks so cool. Ooh. This is going to be looking amazing. All right, so now I'm getting my mold out. So I want to make sure there's nothing on here. There's little pieces of glitter I want to get out. Make sure that I wipe down all my surface. Okay, now I'm going to pour a little bit in. Go into the center. Look, you see, that's the reason why I have those wipes. I'm trying to help it cascade down into the crevice. That way, when I pour more, it becomes a little bit more leveled and nice. Oh, I found a big clump of glitter thing. And I'm doing little by little and letting it spread a bit to make sure that I'm not overdoing it and then it's... I think I actually got the right amount. Nope. I did a little over. It's okay. So now here's where you take your lighter to pop all your bubbles. Try to be careful. I have one that's on a stick. Or like, you know, like a long one. But where it is right now, it's beyond me. You know what? I might get a match. And try to pop all these bubbles. Alright, so this is gangsta right here. Trying to pop all the bubbles with a flame. Because for whatever reason, can't find the matches, nothing else. So I do have water nearby to put this out, but I'm trying to pop as many bubbles as I can. And you're going to keep coming back and trying to pop bubbles and trying to make sure that everything's okay. Okay, so you're going to leave this sitting for a minimum of 12 hours. What's ideal is to do it in a warm spot or a warm room in your house or garage if you live in tropical areas like I do. But you want to let it sit. Here is the rest of the resin that was in the cup. So now I know that about a half an ounce to almost an ounce will cover pretty much a coaster and a half. So if I have 3/4 of an ounce to an ounce and a quarter, then it will be exactly 2 coasters. You want to make sure that this remains flat at all times, and with something on top of it so that dust doesn't get into it and cures inside your project. So I am going to clean up my area, and once this is cured, we will demold and see how these silicone molds hold up with the resin. I've never tried something like this from Let's Resin. So that's that. By the way, this is right here is 3 diamonds, and this mold is from Let's Resin. Okay, so I'm going to clean this up and yeah, see you in a few. Okay, so I set everything aside so that it can start curing and stuff. Now I wanted to show you some of the other things that Let's Resin has, okay? So this is the one that came with all the coasters. Now this is all the ones that I've done in the past. So some of them came in this box, some of them came in a different box, and I just, for time and safe placement, I put it all in one. So let me fix you. There goes my son. Get out of the background like that. You look creepy. Here, creepy creepster. So they have things like this, that it does a bracelet. Now this particular bracelet, I have fat fans, but it doesn't, my fat hands don't fit in this one. But I do know some people that it does. So you kind of have to be aware of the fact that there's different sizes. Another thing that I ordered from them are like these little molds, and these are all silicone molds. And if you can tell the difference between these molds, the background of these molds, how they're not as shiny versus the coasters, these molds I would have to put a clear cover on top or use the baby oil on this. You just put a little drop and you just kind of move it around till it covers the whole area. So they have things like this. Oops. Seahorses and starfish, mermaids and dolphins. Here's some other sea creatures. I got walrus and seal and octopus. So there's things like that. Then they also have these little tubes, and these make those drop pendants and stuff like that. So we have a regular square, a diamond shape, a hexagon shape, just round. Now this round one, I think it's this one, I'm not sure. I believe it's this round one, has a point. So it comes down to a point. And then we have a triangle one. So this is something else that you also get in some of their other mold packages. Now back to the shiny stuff. They also have molds like this one that has like multiple different pendants to make. And they also have like this. Now there are, I think, 3 or 4 other that are big like this that they have. And then also we have these little things that this one kind of looks like a stone or a crystal. And this one is a little kitty cat. Now these are for more like studs, or if you're going to put a little piece in it and have it dangle. These are very teeny tiny little molds. And these also come with whatever it is that you order. There's also, depending on what you order, these tools. These ones have like little pink acrylic beads on one end, and then they each have a different thing on the other end. So this one's just a point. We have a scoop, and then this is a flat spatula. Now this is what I normally use to scrape the pastels to create the color. So I use this to kind of scrape it along. I normally use this for my glitter. If not, I use my popsicle sticks, and this is normally to put in a lot of the gems and move things around while it's inside the resin. Whether or not that's exactly what these are for, I have no clue. This is what I use them for. If I'm wrong and you know what they're exactly used for, you can comment it, let me know. It'd be great knowledge to have to know about these things. So those are all the Let's Resin molds that I have, and their other molds are fantastic. I absolutely love them. You do have to toy around with them because I have gotten air bubbles in them in the past. And when I went to go demold, I had a huge air bubble that I had to fill and recreate all the color and everything. So can you stop? So my suggestion with some of these more intricate molds and stuff like that, like the big ones, I never had that problem. These little ones that are like little shapes and stuff, these are where I have a little issue. But I've come to figure out is you do them layer by layer. So if you pour a little, and these would be great for the UV resin. So you would pour a little with the color, sit it under the light, pour a little more, sit it under light until you completed the entire mold. And that way, you don't have any air gaps. And don't cure it 100%. Make sure that it's kind of tacky. That way each layer sticks to each layer. So that's my little 2 cents on that. Okay, guys. I will put Let's Resin in the comment section below so that way you guys can find them on Amazon. And I will put a in the description box, I'll also put links to where you can find certain things. I also have these little silicone cups that I believe I got this from Let's Resin. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, look, there's another one.
I always have a sneeze and then I just lose it for some reason. Then I get it again and then I lose it.
Look at the light.
That's what I'm
this is another one that's from Let's Resin. I've been using this one a lot, and it just has different sizes.
Yeah.
This is another one that I'll put in the description below. This little tail is actually for fondant and chocolate making, but I find that it works really well with resin. Let me see, where's your brother's little tail I had here? I could have sworn maybe he took it. All right, well, I did have one here and I would have shown you, but I think he took it. But this really does work really well with the resin. It has like the little scales and the little lines in it.
Probably put some clay in there and to mold it.
Well, that's kind of the same idea. So anything that I use or anything that I do with resin, I will try my hardest to put it into the description box where you can find it, a link where you can find it. Some of my things I do get it from Amazon. Some of the things I get it from Hobby Lobby. And some things I get as gifts. So I have no idea where that's from. So I'll have to go searching.
Yeah.
But I guess we will wait until our project is done. And then I will give you that coupon code for Let's Resin's Amazon page so that you can place your order and get 15% off your order. All right, guys. Let's wait till the next day. Okay, so it's been about 12 hours later. Okay, so the diamond ones, I did already demold them. So that's how they look. It looks really nice and cool. And then one of the diamonds I only did halfway. So it looks more like a triangle. But I have not demolded the hexagon yet. So we just open up the sides and it should just pop out pretty much without much effort. All right, So there it is, demolded. And let's see if we can get, and you can see all the different glittery pieces, all the stars, and you can see that the shininess of the mold left this shiny, so I do not have to put a coat on this. So here's the sides and the back. Okay, I think this came out really well. And I'd use these again. I like I said, I've used their products before and I love it, but I've never done something this big on a large scale like this, and I love the way this came out. I'm gonna have to start making some sets and selling them on my jewelry page on Facebook, because that is amazing. I have to make more like this though, so that I can have a full set. Now I did buy, so that way it doesn't rub against the table the wrong way with the resin, I did buy small little dots. They're like little clear rubber dots, and I'm gonna adhere them to the corners of the coasters. That way, you know, the resin doesn't mess with anything. I think this came out amazing. I absolutely love this. I would totally recommend them to anybody. And now, for the moment y'all been waiting for, the coupon code. So, sorry, this is driving me nuts. So they are on Amazon, and I will put the link to their Amazon products and everything in the description box below. But if you type in, this is going to be a weird coupon code because normally it's a little bit more flowy, but this is the one they told me I could use. Is X7TGHLBI. So I'm going to put it also in the description what the coupon code is, and that's for 15% off your purchase. And yeah, it should be somewhere down here showing that coupon code as well, so that you can write it down real quick. So you can use that. That's my coupon code for y'all and on this channel for Let's Resin. So I hope you like this. If you want to see more and see us try all the other molds, make sure that you comment down in the comment section that you want to see that. And even if you want to see any of the other things with resin and everything like that, we can do the UV resin, we can do the A and B epoxy resin. So yeah, I hope you guys had fun. I hope this review helped you and the demonstration helped you out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share it. Get some new faces on this channel. I'd love to meet all of you, and just know that I'm trying things out. Sometimes it will work, sometimes it will just go really wrong, or sometimes it'll be a little bit okay. But I mean, that's the whole point of trying, right? So I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to get notified when I post new videos. I try to post at least once a week. All right, guys, bye.